Have you ever wondered why you work so hard, yet real wealth always seems out of reach? Day after day, you trade your time for a paycheck, pay bills, repeat, and hope it will someday be enough. But here's the truth no one tells you. Working harder isn't the answer. The real secret to wealth is hidden in plain sight, and almost everyone misses it. This one idea separates those trapped in endless struggle from those who break free. It's why some retire decades early, while others never escape the grind. Unlock this secret, and you'll have the foundation to build lasting wealth, starting today. The fundamental difference that changes everything. At its core, financial success is not determined by how much money is earned, but by how money flows once it's received. Money can only move in two directions. It either flows into pockets, or it flows out of them. That movement determines whether someone is building wealth or bleeding it away. Here's the rule that separates the rich from everyone else. Assets put money into your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. It's that simple. Yet this is where most people fail. Not because they don't earn enough, but because they spend their lives acquiring liabilities and mistaking them for assets. What an asset really is. Let's break down what an asset really is. Think of an asset as something that quietly works for you, earning money, growing in value, or generating cash flow, even when you're not actively involved. Over time, assets help your wealth grow on its own. Eventually, they can even replace the need for a regular paycheck. So, what kinds of things count as assets? Let's look at a few examples together. First, there are rental properties. These bring in steady rent payments each month, putting money directly into your pocket. Then, there are businesses that can run and make profits without you needing to be there every day. Stocks that pay dividends are another great example. They send you a share of profits just for owning them. You'll also find assets like bonds, index funds, or ETFs. These investments quietly earn passive returns in the background. Intellectual property, like books, online courses, or software, can keep earning for you long after the work is done. And don't forget digital platforms, websites, apps, or YouTube channels that generate income around the clock. The real test of an asset isn't what it looks like or how much it costs. It's whether it puts money into your life instead of taking it away. Let's talk about what a liability really is. Unlike assets, liabilities take money out of your pocket every month. Some are easy to spot, like credit card debt or personal loans, but others can seem like signs of success, even though they quietly drain your finances. Here are some common examples of liabilities. A car is a liability. It loses value over time and comes with monthly payments, insurance, gas, and repairs. Your home can be a liability too, if it costs you money every month for taxes, insurance, mortgage, and maintenance without bringing in any income. Credit card balances and other consumer debts are liabilities because they keep adding interest and take money away from you. Expensive items like luxury goods, boats, or club memberships are also liabilities. They keep costing you money over time. That doesn't mean all liabilities are bad. A house or car can make life easier or more enjoyable. But when it comes to building wealth, anything that regularly takes money out of your pocket is a liability, no matter how it makes you feel. The biggest reason so many in the middle class struggle is simple. They confuse assets with liabilities. For years we've been taught to call things like houses and cars investments, even when they drain our wallets. Many people proudly say their home is their greatest asset, but every month it takes money out instead of bringing money in. They call their car an asset too, even though it loses value the moment they drive it off the lot and keeps costing them more. Even a college degree is often seen as an asset. But for many, it means years of debt with no guarantee of a higher income. This confusion sets off a financial cycle that's hard to escape. First, you earn money from your job. Then, you spend that income on things that look impressive. A bigger house, a nicer car, or the latest gadgets. But those purchases come with monthly bills that never seem to end. As expenses grow, you need to earn even more just to keep up. That means working harder and longer just to pay for yesterday's choices. This is the trap. As income rises, so do expenses. Real wealth never builds up because every dollar earned is already spent. Millions are stuck in this cycle, never getting ahead. Those who achieve financial independence operate on a different model. They understand that wealth is built not by what is earned, but by what is kept and reinvested. instead of spending extra income on liabilities, they use it to acquire assets. Their cycle looks more like this. Earn income from a job or business. Direct a significant portion of that income toward acquiring assets. Let those assets generate passive income. Use passive income, not earned income, to cover lifestyle expenses. This approach creates a snowball effect. Over time, the income from assets compounds, enabling the purchase of even more assets. Eventually, the passive income surpasses active income, and the need to trade time for money disappears. Let's talk about the dream home myth. For generations we've been told owning a home is the ultimate sign of financial success, but through the lens of wealth building, the story changes. A personal residence comes with a long list of expenses, mortgage, taxes, and maintenance. Month after month, money flows out, not in. That's what makes it a liability, not an asset. Compare that to a rental property, where tenants pay rent, covering costs and generating income. The key difference is it pays you instead of costing you. Liabilities cost more than just their monthly payments. When you buy something like a new car, you're not just spending money, you're giving up what that money could have earned for you if invested. Imagine instead of buying a $50,000 car, you invested that money in an index fund earning 8% a year. In 20 years, that investment could grow to over $230,000, more than 4 times what you started with. That's the power of opportunity cost. Every dollar spent on a liability is a dollar that can't grow for your future. Liabilities don't just take money out of your pocket today, they can steal your wealth tomorrow. Understanding this trade-off is key to making smarter financial choices. One of the simplest and most revealing financial exercises is creating a personal balance sheet. This isn't complicated. It's a straightforward list of everything owned and owed. On one side, list all assets, anything that generates income or appreciates in value. On the other, list all liabilities, anything that costs money each month. Most people who do this for the first time are surprised by how few assets they actually have. Their list is often dominated by liabilities disguised as achievements: a house, a car, a degree, consumer goods. This exercise can be a wake-up call and a starting point for transformation. Building wealth requires a fundamental shift in thinking. Most people operate with a consumer mindset, focused on immediate comfort, status, or gratification. They ask questions like, can I afford the monthly payment, or how much can I borrow? Wealth builders think differently. They operate with an investor mindset, focused on future cash flow and return on investment. Their questions sound like, will this put money in my pocket? Or, how can I make this asset pay for itself? This mental shift transforms everyday decisions. Instead of buying a new car outright, the focus might shift to building an asset that pays for the car. Instead of spending on luxuries first, the goal becomes using passive income to fund those luxuries. Shifting from liability-driven to asset-driven requires discipline, patience, and a plan. Here's a simple roadmap to follow. Step 1. Stabilize your finances. Eliminate high-interest debt and build an emergency fund to avoid setbacks. Step 2. Educate yourself on investing and cash flow. Financial education is an asset that helps you make profitable decisions. Step 3. Start small. Your first asset could be a low-cost index fund or a small digital product. The key is to simply start building that income. Rethinking wealth. Wealth is not measured by salary, job title, or possessions. True wealth is measured by time, specifically how long one can live without needing to work for money. If income from assets exceeds monthly expenses, financial independence is achieved. Work becomes optional, not necessary. This is why some people with modest incomes retire early while high earners struggle forever. The difference isn't how much they earn, it's what they do with what they earn. The compound effect of smart choices. Every financial decision either moves a person closer to or further from financial freedom. Buying liabilities creates short-term satisfaction but long-term dependency. Buying assets may require sacrifice now, but it leads to independence later. Even small decisions compound over time. A few $100s invested monthly in income-generating assets can grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars over decades. A single rental property can fund the purchase of another, which funds another, and so on. What begins as a trickle of cash flow can grow into a river. Let's break down the core of building wealth. It's all about a simple equation. If your assets are greater than your liabilities, you move toward financial freedom. But if your liabilities outweigh your assets, you end up in financial struggle. This equation is the foundation of every smart financial decision. Keep it in mind, and you'll always know which path you're on. Every financial decision you make moves you closer to freedom or further from it. Each choice is a step toward building your future. Here's what truly matters. Wealth isn't about earning more or getting lucky. It's about making smarter choices, understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and acting on that knowledge. That's the real path to financial freedom. It may not be flashy or complicated, but it works, consistently, for anyone willing to take action. The wealthy have mastered this for generations. They let their money work for them, while others work for money. The real question is, will you take control and choose the path to freedom? If this video inspired you, don't stop here. Subscribe to Quit the Rat Race for more in-depth guides on building wealth, mastering money, and creating a life where work is a choice, not a necessity. Remember, this content is for education only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before making decisions. Your journey to financial freedom starts with a single step. Make it today.